So again, it's just a bit more of what we're doing. It's a case of walking through the bush, clearing a track, and then walking back to our vehicles and pushing on another, well, you know, 200 metres, probably 300 at the most, and then do it again. With this documentary now currently going to air, I'm potentially putting my neck on the line. The problem I've got is that in some states, namely South Australia and Western Australia, it's actually illegal to own a meteorite. However, having just stated that, I do keep very accurate records of when the rock was found and a very exact location. So at some point in time, I may contact a museum and say, look, I've got all these bits and pieces, here's where I found them, here's the date, and you might want to do a bit of research on these items. Well, the sun's just set on the Western Australian horizon. We managed to do just on 100 kilometres today. All mostly pretty bouncy ones. We did pull up at lunchtime and spent, I don't know, at least probably 2.5 hours walking around. But anyway, it's been a pretty, I wouldn't say it's been a challenging track, but it's one that we've got to be very careful with because it doesn't get any more remote than where we are out here. How'd you go driving, John? You didn't have any mishaps, hit any rocks or anything?
No, just had to keep your eyes open for some pretty big rocks there.
Yeah.
Had to go around a couple I thought might hit underneath.
Yeah, that's right. Part of our instructions was to find the green milk crate, 180 kilometres down the track. There it is. Here is the green milk crate. Looks like every dingo in the district has a piss on it. Scratch marks all over the place, typical of what dingoes do, marking out their territories. Better let Clifton check it out, I suppose. This is Decoration Cave. Fair sort of a hole in the ground here. You really wouldn't want to be walking around here in the dark, would you? One slip and you'd be a one-way ticket to the bottom. It goes down a long way. It's perfect, John. You can see there's rocks right at the bottom down there.
Just go around a bit.
Yeah, no, it's lighting it up really well. Yep. No, that's good. Yep. Want to stand too close to the edge here. The limestone's a bit crumbly looking. So we've just left the area known as Decoration Cave, and the landscape is sort of changing a bit. We're getting into these beautiful old western miles. So yeah, not as short on for timber as what I thought it might have been out here.
Okay, yeah. Well, when we set off looking, I went to the northeast, a bit northeast, and just wandering around there, and there was a camel, some bones alongside a bit of a patch of bush there, and I walked around the other side of that, and I could see this thing a couple of metres away. It was half buried in the ground, as you can see, and but yeah, a bit blacker than the rest of the rocks here, and it definitely magnetic, of course, as soon as I touched it.
So you kicked it out with your foot, didn't you?
Yeah, I kicked it out of the ground with my foot.
And then a bit over further round, I caught up with John, and he said he had a rock of interest, and only took me a second or two to look at it and say, well, congratulations, John, you found your first meteorite. How many years have you been hoping to find a meteorite for?
Oh, several now. Well, 3 trips away, one on my own and 2 with you.
Yeah.
Second one with you.
Yeah. Right, we'll just sit on the table there and we'll just have a bit of a closer look at it. There it is. I don't know what it would weigh, but at a rough guess, I'd say it's reasonably heavy for its size. Will certainly go over 100 grams, and but it's a stony, what they call a stone meteorite. And that side there's the fusion crust side. It's got a bit round the corner too, but it's a bit more obscure with the mud that it's been sitting in, or the ground. That's the rough side there. Not too sure whether it's a broken side or it's just eroded away. But anyway, it's an absolutely fantastic find, and I'm very happy for John. So we've had lunch and we've returned to the area where John found his meteorite. So we'll just spend a bit of time looking around this area, at least another hour or so. So there's one vehicle that didn't make it through. Can't identify it. Should know it. John's had a lifetime of working in the bush. No doubt has done absolutely thousands and thousands of kilometres. And many of those were with the Department of Mineral Resources, so a lot of footwork. Anyway, it's John's special day and he's found his first meteorite ever. So there's no trees to park under here while we have our bit of a lunch break and a cup of tea. And but don't matter, we can get on the southern side of our vehicles because the sun's so far north of us now that we can get all the shade we need right here. Don't need a tree. I don't know, John keeps on bringing all his flies in his Toyota and lets them go every time we pull up though. Thanks, John. As you can see, there's not a tree in sight. We'd be about, I don't know, roughly 10 kilometres north of forest. Yeah, it's a pretty barren landscape, all right. So anyway, we'll have some lunch here and a little bit of a walk around, probably not much, and continue on. Well, I'd give the little railway siding of Forest a thumbs up. We introduced ourselves to the caretaker couple, and yes, they were very welcoming. Nice change from Cook, actually. So we had a bit of a look through the museum and topped up with a bit of water, and then made our way back to the railway line and continued to head west. I was just having a bit of a walk around here a while ago with Clifton, and our morning camp, well, our overnight camp's just out here behind us, and we always take a bit of a look around next morning. And I walked onto this spot here. So these, I think, are referred to out in this part of the world as Yammer holes. You can see there's a good little bit of water in it. And if you're out here, it's about, foot deep at the deepest. And but yeah, if you're out here and looking for a drink, as could be the case in the worst case scenario, and you stumbled onto that, it could save your life. Anyway, I glanced over here to the right a bit more, and there's another hole. However, this one is substantially deeper, and yes, I'd need a pole about 15 foot long to touch the bottom of that one. And it's part of this sort of cave systems that are all throughout the Nullarbor here, and probably never been documented. So we're going to take the latitude and longitude on this location, and I'll give that information to Murray Collins back in Ceduna, because Murray is the authority on the Nullarbor Plain. He'd be interested to know about this. So there you go. That's the element of discovery out in this part of the world. Let's just take a bit of a walk around this area here. All appears to be much the same as the landscape everywhere, but noticed the ground was sort of getting a little bit lower. I walked over here to take a look, and here's another cave. There you go, possibly another undocumented one. I knew there'd be thousands of them out here. The Indian Pacific Railway line. Looking to the east, it'll take you to Sydney. Looking to the west, take you to Perth. Sign over here. Road rail access only, no unauthorised access. Well, that's all right, we're already on the other side, so we're right. We just stopped here to have a little bit of a location, because this is one of the few spots where we could cross the railway line if we had to, which we do have to at some point, because we head south. But there's no road here, but the material, what they refer to as ballast, the stuff that stabilises railway line underneath, well, the rail line above, of course, but anyway, so we pulled up to have a look at that, and then I stepped out and saw this bit of rock here, and initially didn't think much of it, picked it up, and yes, it was extremely heavy. But yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking it's got a chance of being a meteorite. So we're now using the illegal track along the edge of the railway line. It's a lot safer as far as damage to your vehicles go. Just got to keep a good eye out in the rear vision mirrors. So if we see a train coming, we'll just get the hell off the track by about 30 or 40 metres. But yeah, this makes it a lot easier going for sure. So we're now on the track that has turned north from the railway line, and we've got to now make our way out in this direction for a fairway. I don't know, I've got to enter in the coordinates in due course, but probably about 16 or 18 kilometres. And that'll take us to the site of the famous Mundrabilla meteorite. Anyway, as you can see by the tracks, we potentially might not be the only ones out here. You'd get people from all around the world coming out to look at this site and hoping to get lucky. And most of them probably do. So here we are. We finally arrived at the site of Australia's biggest meteorite. And the details are on here, but I think it weighed about 12.5 tonne. It's been a hell of a marathon to get here as far as driving. But anyway, we'll cover that a little bit more in detail at a later date. But anyway, so we're going to go a bit further back to the east here, and Murray has given us a location of a camp where he used to camp anyway, and a bit of a search area around that general vicinity. But anyway, every man and his dog comes out here looking for meteorites, so all the easy stuff's been found, and just means that we've got to work a bit harder than everybody else. So anyway, we've got a few days to spend here and see what turns up. This is as far west we're going to go in the pursuit for looking for meteorites. We're at the famous Mundrabilla site. So we've made camp on the hill here. There's not a tree in sight, and it's taken about 5,850 odd kilometres of driving to get here, and there's no guarantee we're going to find a meteorite. It's I suppose the old saying, you know, you don't have to be mad, but it helps. So I don't know which category we fit into there, John, but maybe a bit of both. So anyway, we'll be camped here for at least 2, probably 3 nights, and we'll put in a fair effort looking around tomorrow and the day after, and just see what we can turn up. But look, even if we didn't find any more meteorites for the rest of the trip, we've still got to consider that we've done pretty well. And but anyway, it's just pretty amazing being out here, isn't it, John?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, our approach to looking for meteorites changes a bit out here. We're basically just looking for iron meteorites. So for the first time, we're using metal detectors. Righto, John, let's go. It's day 2 out here. We did a bit of searching the day we got here, but only for about an hour. Put a lot of time in there yesterday, but I'm just walking around here a minute ago. I'm about over 2 kilometres from camp, and I'm swinging this around, and suddenly I've got a signal, and there's the signal. As we go down, look here. Here we have my first Mundrabilla meteorite. There it is. Look at that, eh? Just a little one. It's a start. Look at that. Partly buried into the ground, but a fair bit of it sticking up. And if it wasn't for the metal detector, I probably would have walked over it. Look at it sitting right on top. Only a small one, but absolutely, undoubtedly, meteorite. Got a signal here. As I bring the camera down, you'll see what I'm looking at. There it is, right there. One small meteorite, just a tiny one. Anyway, tiny one's better than no one. So we're getting a reading here. There's nothing visible. Still getting a reading. Keep scratching. What's that? That's it. That little one there. That's it. Well, there it is. One tiny little meteorite. Well, the weather's turned a bit overcast and grey, and we've had a bit of a shower of rain. But anyway, not to be deterred, John has found a beautiful piece of iron meteorite here. How'd you come across that one, John?
Yeah, it was just a visual thing. It was easy to see. It was all that, only that little bit there was underground, and I didn't have a metal detector, so
Yep.
It was just purely visual.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. And that's the second one for today. We walked all over the country yesterday, didn't find any.
Yeah.
But today our luck has changed.
Yeah, Mug's luck.
Mug's luck, yeah. So now those three there are the ones that I've found since lunch. And the little one on the end's just a little tektite. So anyway, it's been a pretty good sort of a day. There's our fire out of the rain there. And there's the weather out to the southwest. Well, that time of the day seems to come around about most days, and there it is again. And yeah, we've done a lot of walking today. I've done about 16 kilometres, and John's done perhaps not the same distance, but certainly at least about the same hours. And he's had the biggest rewards. Not that I'm complaining. I've picked up, I don't know, about 4 little tiny meteorites, and John's picked up 2 bigger ones. You've had a good day, John.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm very pleased with what I've got.
Well, it's an overcast morning this morning. But anyway, that's all right. Time to get ready, get organised for another day of trekking around, looking for another time-worn object or two. Anyway, after yesterday's success, got to feel pretty good about that. John, in particular, done very well. What do you reckon, John? Feeling confident for today?
Yeah, well, I don't know about feeling confident, but
it's a bit hard to feel confident about something that's totally based on luck, isn't it?
It is, yeah, that's right, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
You could walk anywhere out there and see bugger all, but if you just happen to walk in the right direction, you'll find one.
That's it. Goodness knows, it could be one under camels. Plenty of camels wandering around here, and you strike a bull camel. Yeah, they've got a bit of a reputation for turning nasty on people. So not a lot I can do about that out here. Wasn't planning on carrying a rifle with me. I'll take Clifton in the event of me getting harassed by a camel. She may be a pretty handy distraction. So here we are, after getting the boots on and leaving camp and heading off. I'm about, I don't know, what would I be? About 800 metres from camp, just looking back there. Look at it, just sitting there, right on top of the ground. And there'd be motorbike tracks going right past here. And there it is. I don't have to even touch it with my metal detector to know what it is. These other two here. Here's this one, again, spotted visually. Just a tiny one. That's okay. And then a smaller one again here. Look at that. There you go. So we'll have a good look around the spot here and see what else turns up. But now look at these 3 pieces here, all found in the 1 square metre. Same square few metres where I found that nice sized one, and look, here's another one. It's amazing to think that we walked around here all day, both of us in the same area, and on the first day we arrived, well, the day after actually, and couldn't find a meteorite. Seems like we're getting our eye in. John's found 2 good ones yesterday, and I found some little ones, and look, here's another one right here. This patch has been overlooked in spite of the motorbike tracks going straight past it. Yet, as I look here, about less than 10 metres away, I'm looking at a meteorite. I can see it right here. So let's just go up a little bit closer. Have a look at it. Look at that. Just look at that. Now that is something special. I was walking along just not far from camp, as you can see, and got a bit of a signal here. And I've got a feeling something might, because it's showing up on both detectors. Detector back over that again, see if anything's moved. Yes. Get in on the job and see what turns up. Yeah, there's something on there now, isn't there? Yeah. That's what it is, eh?
That's a bit of it.
Yep. Yeah, it was once a meteorite, but we're a few 100,000 years too late for that one, I think, John. And look, here's another one sitting out here on this open, clean ground. Just getting away from meteorites for a while. Look at this little thing here. Some animal has built up a little stone wall around its tunnel. How about that, eh? That's pretty good. Well, we've pushed it out today. I'm over 3 kilometres from camp, and I thought after yesterday's success I've had a pretty good run finding meteorites. I just thought I'd go exploring a bit further out today, and come across this little patch of limestone here, and it's got almost a perfectly round hole here, bigger one behind me, but this one here has got beautiful clear water in it. Look at that. If you're wandering around out here, it run out of water and fell onto this, it would have potentially saved your life. So yeah, never know what you're going to stumble on out here. Somebody must have been onto something here. Look at this, up and back, up and back. Yeah, look at all this. Every square metre of this flat out here has all been worked over. Not a gap in between. Well, we've just returned from our morning out, and I haven't come back with any meteorites, but anyway, John's here in camp. How'd you go, John? Come up, let's have a look at them.
Yeah, this is the best one of the...
Oh, that's a wild looking one today. Let's go a bit closer on that one.
Sort of buried.
Look at the shape on that.
In the ground, but he was all that was sticking out. It was very visual.
Wow, that's a beautiful shape looking one, isn't it, eh? A million years worth of erosion and rusting and corroding away.
Yeah. And this one I found... No, this one I found visually too. He was sitting on top of the ground. He's hardly in the... It wasn't in the ground.
Yeah, floating on top.
And this one was just a little bit in the ground.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there you go. So it's our last afternoon before we head off tomorrow morning. So I just thought I'd take one more bit of a look around and cover the area that I was in yesterday. Anyway, here we are. I just found another meteorite. Well, the sun's low on the horizon. The fire's going. And we've just both returned back from our afternoon walk, and we'll be packing up here in the morning and moving out. But this little display here shows the total amount of meteorites we found while we were here. So it's, yeah, I think it's a bit exceeded my expectations. We were told by Murray Collins that, yeah, he said you should get half a dozen. Anyway, we've exceeded that, haven't we? Yeah. Anyway, it's been a great place to visit. There's Clifton. She's not feeling very active at the moment, having just eaten a rabbit. Anyway. Yeah, it's been an interesting experience coming into this area. It's an area where meteorite hunters from all around the world come to, and considering how well this, or how much this ground's been worked over, well, I think we've done very well. Well, we depart our camp, the area that's just been so amazingly productive for meteorites. Now we've just got to weave our way through the salt bush here somewhere and get back onto the track. Anyway, it's been pretty amazing, really. Well, we left Glengana railway siding yesterday afternoon. It was pretty late in the day. Drove a few kilometres, 20 odd or something, and made camp. And we're heading now down to a place called Madura. But we've just come across this bit of a rock hole here, so we'd pull up, just have a bit of a look. And yes, this would be a watering hole for a lot of animals here. Well, we've been on this rarely used track today, but we saw two vehicles, and one of them managed to hit a kangaroo. I don't know how, obviously driving a lot faster than what we are getting along at. Anyway, we've got a camp tonight, and it's amongst some timber, so we're going to be a bit extravagant with the fire tonight. And it's myall, which is great timber. And it's going to be a cold night. I reckon it got down to about probably 5 or 6 degrees last night. Well, 2 weeks ago we drove onto the Nullarbor. Today we leave it. It's probably about 20 minutes before the sun pokes over the horizon out here to the east of us, and yeah, we haven't got the most perfect firewood here, but however it's pumping the heat out. And yeah, so today we'll go to Ceduna, catch up with Murray and Margaret Collins. We'll spend a night there, then we'll probably head down towards Streaky Bay and Venus Bay, and follow up on a lead down there and see what we can find. The lead being what would potentially be a meteorite crater out in some scrub. Well, there it is, sunrise. It's taken a bit longer than I thought. There's Clifton. Well, it says, there it is, a little bit of bitumen in front of us here, and the beginning of what will become the biggest strip in front of us, which is the air highway. So we've been bouncing around out there now for near on 2 weeks at an average speed of around about sort of 12 to 13 kilometres an hour, and we were just about to come into a little place called Madura. So we're dropping down now off the high country. Quite a gradient down here actually onto this lower part. So anyway, it's been a very interesting couple of weeks, and yeah, so things get a little bit mainstream now just for a while, and as we make our way back towards Ceduna, then on to Port Augusta. So here it is, the Air Highway. Look, there's a stop sign. I think I remember what they're meant to indicate. Oh, we better stop, there's a bloody truck coming. There you go, so here we are, back to mad bloody motorists. It's blowing wind, it's actually blowing from behind us as we overlook the ocean here to the south. So no big breakers rolling in. Anyway, change of scenery. You won't be going down there looking for meteorites. If you're going to go down there and look for anything, it would be ambergris. You won't be doing that either. Well, we're taking a bit of a break from the subject of meteorites for a day or two, probably not very long. And I'm at the home of Rosie, or better known as Rosemary Woodford Gant, who's known as. And Rosie's a world-class artist, and she did the painting of me out in the desert with my dingo and my goats, and it's certainly probably my most prized possession. And,
so my parents started me off. They had faith in me as a wildlife artist, and
Yep.
Encouraged me from the get-go, really.
Yeah.
My headmistress at school wanted me to be a geography teacher,
Okay.
and as I have a dislike for teachers, and generally speaking.
Okay, right. Not uncommon.
But yes, I couldn't wait to get out of school, and I
Yep.
had this opportunity to go to Africa.
Yep.
And I lived there for 4 years before I came to Australia.
Okay. Was that with your father or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Uganda it was. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Righto.
Yeah.
So that would have had some interesting experiences.
Oh yeah.
What was the highlight?
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's a highlight, but I did actually get to meet Idi Amin because he took over the country while I was there.
Yep.
And he came to the lodge where I was living.
Yep.
And he came just for one night,
Yep.
and they put on a dinner dance.
Okay. Yep.
And we all went along, of course.
Yep.
And I got introduced to him, and I was asked by him if I would dance with him.
Right.
So I don't know whether that's a highlight.
Well,
But not many people can both say.
no, they certainly can't. A dance with Idi Amin, eh?
Dreadful.
Yeah, he'd be dancing with you one
Actually, he's
minute.
a good dancer.
Was he? He's pretty good at cutting heads off too, wasn't he?
Well, exactly. I was terrified because there had been reports in the newspapers that he was eating people's livers for breakfast if they didn't do what he wanted. So I thought, well,
You thought better toe the line.
my liver, I better
That's right.
get the dance.
Yep.
So we move on to these
Yep.
pictures here. These paintings here are all. I'll just get past them.
Yep.
They're all originals from each volume of the original publication of the Marsupials of Australia.
Okay.
So they were published, or the books were published in the late 70s and
Yep.
1980s. And each one of these paintings is out of one of the volumes.
Yep.
So I just kept one painting. I've sold all the
Yep.
pretty much
Yep.
all the others. This painting here is not done by me.
Okay.
It's done by a superb bird artist, a man called David Reed Henry.
Okay.
He was from South Africa,
Right.
or Southern Africa, I forget exactly, it might have been Zimbabwe.
Yep.
And he, when I was a young teenager and
Yep.
starting to draw,
Right.
he was one of the people that encouraged me to keep going.
One of your mentors.
So he's really important to me.
Oh, good.
And he did that as a present for my parents and my mum, left it to me. So,
Right.
so
Oh,
it's
that's
really
nice. That's
Uh,
nice.
that's just a painting of an African animal.
Yeah.
And this painting, oh, wait a minute, we've just gone past something which is
Something
quite
significant. Yep.
This is a bronze of a dingo that I did
Oh,
quite a few years ago.
yep.
And it's important to me because she represented, when I saw her in life, she was the first animal that I looked at that I wanted to do in 3 dimensions, not just
Right.
paint.
Okay.
And so I took myself off to England to do a course on how to make the armature to make a
yeah.
model
Yep.
of this
Yep.
with an animal sculptor that my mum knew, and came back and had that cast.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I just loved her because she was thin. She had parts
Yeah.
in the Inaminka dump.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she just represented everything about Australia to me.
Good.
She's tough,
Yeah.
lean,
Yeah.
determined.
That's right.
Yeah,
All of that.
yeah,
I've
all
got
those
one.
things.
I've got one very similar.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was a sort of a bit of a milestone
Great.
thing.
Yep.
I have done other that little wooden carving over there. Or not carving,
Oh, yes.
it's a sculpture.
Yes, that's right.
Of a little one, but I have actually had that cast as a bronze as well. But
Oh, okay.
I'd like to do more bronze casting, but it's
Yep.
really expensive to do.
Yeah, okay.
So all these little bits. Well, let's talk about these skulls first. They all
Yes.
came from Uganda.
Yep, okay.
In my not in my hand luggage, but they were passed through customs.
Yeah.
This is a lioness skull.
Yep.
This is a hyena, and this is a young leopard.
Right.
The lioness had to be destroyed by my father, who was a vet. And
Yep.
he was asked to do it
Okay.
because she'd been speared by a poacher,
Yep.
and she was dying anyway.
Yep.
And then I got to, with my father, to skin her, to draw all her superficial muscles. It's really sort of a Leonardo da Vinci type thing,
Yeah.
experience.
Yep.
And then Dad boiled out the skull
Yes.
for me. So
Yep, yep.
skulls are really important. They give you most of the dimensional information you need for an animal. So
Okay.
I brought them back with me, but brought them on to Australia with me.
Yep, yep.
The painting
Yes.
is a sea lion called Dennis.
Right, okay.
He used to swim in Bad Bay,
Yep.
but the company that started taking tours in Bad Bay to look at the sea lions was started by a man called Alan Payne, and he ran it for about 27 years. When I took that original painting to him for him to criticise, he immediately said, "Oh, well, that's Dennis." And I said,
Is that right, eh?
He knew them all like a shepherd knows his flock.
Yeah.
He knew every sea lion in that.
Isn't that fantastic, eh?
And he said, "Well," I said, "Look, he's diving down. The piece of kelp wasn't there in the painting when I first took it to him."
Right.
And I said, "I want that animal to be doing something.
Yes,
That's, he's engaged with you because he's looking back at you,
Yeah.
but he's also on his way to do something."
Yeah.
So Alan said, "We'll just put a bit of kelp there because they take it up. The young ones like this take something like that up to the surface and
Right.
let it float down.
Oh, yeah, play with it.
Play with it, yeah. So that was the perfect thing. I'll never sell that painting
No.
because it's means so much to me.
Yeah.
And Alan died sadly
Oh, yeah.
about 18 months ago,
Okay.
and yeah, it means a lot. to
Yeah,
that picture.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
So, moving on round,
Yeah.
that was another painting. I didn't do that painting, but it was by a Swiss man, Billy Barr. Again, another friend of my parents.
Yep.
Also encouraged me when I was a teenager
There you go.
to do
Another great mentor.
wildlife art. Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic.
And just over here is the little model sort of sculpture. I can't really call it a sculpture. This is a bit unusual way of sculpting.
Yes.
I use the exterior of the wood to do the work for me. So I sculpt the inside.
Okay.
There's many, many pieces of wood.
Yep.
So I just cut away on the inside
Yep.
to get it to fit onto the animal. So you have to make a kind of armature, like a skeleton first.
Yeah.
So she's very solid. You know, she's
Oh, yeah.
she's
So,
she is a she because she's got a little pouch.
oh, look at that. Oh,
So
no detail overlooked.
no. So
Any idea how many hours would be put into that?
months.
Months, hundreds of
Well,
hours.
You see, you can't just knock one of these up over the weekend, even if you had a really big pile of wood to choose bits from.
Yep.
You have to find just the right piece of wood.
Yeah.
And it's horrible to go for walks with because everybody has to carry great big lumps of wood because there's a little bit of that piece that's right that I could see.
You'd recognise it. Yeah.
And then you get it there and it doesn't quite work.
Yeah. So off walking again.
So yeah, a lot of walking and a lot of patience really. But it's a very satisfying thing to do. I'll probably make more.
Is that right, eh?
When I get around to it.
Yeah. Gee.
Most sculptors making something like that chip away what they don't want.
Yeah.
I do the opposite. I build it from the inside out.
I'm looking at the eye. Is that a natural knot in a tree or something?
No, that's actually a little quandong seed that
I see.
I sanded it, all the ridges off it, and then put it in the fire.
Beautiful. Yeah, blackened it. Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Incredible, eh?
So I was driving back from Port Lincoln a couple of nights ago and almost ran over one exactly like this, about this size. Came belting across the road.
Yeah, we saw a dead one the other day. Yeah. So
I didn't hit it, thank goodness.
No, that's right.
Me of this little girl.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Well, that's pretty good. Is there anything else you want to tell us about?
Not in here.
No, that's all right. Well, anyway, this is a bit of an idea of Rosie's life, and she's also sculpted the house.
Yes, it's all pretty much all this timber is except for the window frames, which are Western red cedar. They had to buy them, of course.
Yep.
But everything else is recycled timber. I love recycled.
Yeah, of course. It's magic. Yep.
And I collected it over quite a few years before I started building the house. Some of it was just laying on the ground. The support underneath the bench there is for telegraph poles, wire. So I just found that at a farm lying on the ground. And could I have it?
Fantastic. Yep. Well, look, Rosie, it's been great talking to you and having a bit of a run around and having a little bit of a glimpse of your life. And it's just amazing location she's got here. A bit hard to see, but out there behind those windows is a view of the bay. And it's
a pretty nice place to live, haven't it?
Yes, I'm sure it is. Well, thanks, Rosie. It's been nice talking to you.
That's okay.